Okay, so the number one question that I get asked all the time is, how can you afford to live at sea full time? And I have an answer for you. So, if you followed my channel at all, you'll know that I've given up everything I own. That means my apartment. I don't have a car. I gave up all the furniture, clothes, everything that could not fit in my suitcase. I gave up everything. And I just sold my business. Now the business, it was a 360 photo booth, so it wasn't like I got major money. I didn't get hundreds of thousands of dollars for selling the business. It was basically just the equipment, and then I sold my social media account so they can just walk in, kind of like done for you business. So she just walked in, just had to set it up and go to work. Everything else was set up for her. I sold it for less than $5,000. So I ain't got no nest egg stashed up or none of that. So how am I going to afford to cruise full time? So I was telling people, one, it's a lot cheaper than living in an apartment, especially if you live in an area like mine. I'm in Virginia Beach. Virginia Beach, the one bedroom apartments start at about $1,600 to $2,500 a month. That's just for your rent. Very few have utilities included, but we're going to say they don't have the utilities included. So now we're going to add utilities on top of that. Then we're going to add groceries, and you may need a car insurance, gas, all those things. So when you add all of that stuff up, let's just be conservative and say it comes to $4,000 a month. If you give all that stuff and take that $4,000, you can cruise every month with the same amount of money you were going to pay with rent. So that's where I'm at, and that's how it all started back in 2019 when I decided to cruise full time. When I saw an article showing me that seniors that they were choosing to on a cruise ship instead of assisted living facilities. And I'm like, well, I want to do that too. Not bypass the assisted living facility, because I want to do it now before I'm way up there in age. So I'm 56, so I'm kind of up there, but not that far up there. I ain't 65 plus yet, but flip it around, 56. So I decided back in 2019 that I was going to sell everything and go live on a cruise ship full time, because I was paying about $3,500 to $4,000 a month. And actually cruising was a little cheaper than before the pandemic. So I was going to be able to afford it. So I gave up all my stuff. But mind you, my job was me trading my time for dollars. So I had to pivot then. And then I was going to do trading. I was going to do day trading, which was a little skeptical because I need really good Wi-Fi for that. And I wasn't sure how the cruise ship Wi-Fi was going to be. But if I didn't do day trading, then I was going to do drop shipping. And I was good with that. So I could make at least enough to continue to cruise full time. So that was my plan. But then I got the diagnosis from MS in November of 2019. And then the world shut down and there wasn't no cruises going out for a while. So that all came to an end. So, okay, here we are, back to the day. So I'm chilling on my computer and I see this lady come up, Linnell, Poverty to Paradise, talking about how she started cruising. How she was cruising every month for $2,500 a month. And I'm like, what? Oh, let me look at all her videos. And when I say all her videos, I mean all of her videos. And I wish I would have left either a comment or a like on all her videos so I can be like, yeah, I watched every last one of them. But then since then, I've been looking at another gentleman. His name, and I'm probably going to say it wrong, so I will drop a link to his channel down below. His name is Fantini Astic, something like that. I think his last name is Fantini, and then he have Astic after that, A-S-T-I-C. So anyway, he does a lot of talk about casino deals. So I see these two people cruising mainly full time on less than what I spend on my rent and utilities alone. That wasn't even including the car and all that stuff. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to do this. So I saw that video the beginning of February. By February 21st, I had already made my mind up that this is what I was going to do. So I decided to go all in on these cruise casino comps and learn everything I could know about it. And that's what I did. I deep dived into learning that system so I can play strategically, because if I cruise, I'm a solo cruiser. I would have to pay double occupancy for most of my cruises. And yeah, I know they do have like Norwegian and Royal Caribbean. Some of those do have solo cabins, but they're not that cheap. So anyway, I was going to have to pay for 2 people regardless. 2 for the cabin, but just only 1 for the port charges and taxes. So, but still, it was going to be way more than I would spend at a casino. I'm not a big gambler, and nor do I want to be, but I do enjoy playing the slot machine some. But normally, when I go to the casino, I take maybe $100 to $200, and I can play that $100 all night. And I usually walk away with pretty much what I came with. I've never made no big jackpots or anything like that, but I never really leave without anything. And I know that's not going to always be the case, especially if I'm playing more. But even if I spend $500 and I get a free cruise, it's cheaper than what I would pay for a double occupancy for a 5 to 7 day cruise with just me. So there we have it. Now, also, when you get the offer from the cruise line from playing the casino, it's usually not just one cruise that you get offer. A lot of times it's multiple cruises. So even again, if I paid that $500 and I got 3+ cruises from that one offer, I'm way up. So that is my strategy. Now, just like everybody else, I don't have many now because I pretty much had paid off all my credit cards during the pandemic. But if I get credit cards and use their point system, then I can get other perks and stuff too, not just with the cruise line, but with hotels and airfare and all that other kind of stuff. So I'm going to be saving all the way around. Now, if you're not a gambler and if you don't use credit, then this ain't for you. But for those of us that are about that life, this is a great way for you to cruise. Now, you may not do it full time, but if you and your family want to travel, and it get really expensive if it's a family of 4 or more, and you can get free cabins as well as discounted airfare or what have you, then this may be for you. You may not need all of a whole year worth of free cruises, but if you can take your 2 vacations, whether it be on cruise or on land, and get some discounts, then that's a win. But since I mentioned land, did you know that when you play at casinos, say like in Vegas, Atlantic City, and places like that, that you can use those points towards cruises too? Some of them are affiliated with cruise lines, but the ones that aren't, it's a company called You Are Comped, and you can connect with them, and they probably can help you with the points that you have. And then a lot of different cruise lines to take other cruise line points. So it's a whole system. But I have something for you all. I'm not really going to talk about it much here, but I took all the information that I've learned and put it together in one guide to talk about cruise casino comps, to be exact. So if you're interested in that, drop a comment below and I'll share the information with you, or how you can get the information. But that is how I'm planning on traveling and paying for my cruises. Majority of it will be through the cruises casino comps, and other than that, it will be points off of my credit cards or any other point system that I can work, or even loyalty points. So there you have it. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that notification button so you can get an alert when we drop another video. Now, we do videos once a week. Normally on Wednesday is when the video normally drops. So thank you all. Like I say, leave a comment if you're interested in the guide for the cruise casino comps, or if you just have any questions that you want to ask me, I'll be more than happy to answer them if I can. Thank you. See you next week.